Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Liberty with the older, more handsome brother. Now, I know my brother in a previous video said that we'll have disagreements. Definitely, that's one of his disagreements. He thinks he's more handsome, but I still got a full set of hair. And also, I like the Gators and the Miami Dolphins, and he likes the Seminoles and the Falcons, and we see what happened to them in the past few years. With all joking aside, I'm actually here to discuss a more important issue, the Oregon Senate Bill 744. If a few of you people don't know what that is, the governor signed that bill last month, and it's actually suspending graduation testing requirement for reading, writing, and math. Yes, you heard that correctly. They're suspending the testing requirement. Now, there's a lot of people for it, a lot of people against it. And the spokesperson for the Department of Education in Oregon actually said that it does not remove any graduation requirements and does not remove that students learn essential skills. Okay, if it's removing a testing requirement, it is removing a graduation requirement. Maybe he should go back to school and learn what removing means. And suspending means. Now, it is supposed to be a temporary bill for the 2022-2023 school year. Now, also according to the Department of Education, that the new law will allow to develop more equitable graduation requirements. They could do that without the law. You don't need to make a law to suspend it just to come up with new requirements or requirements that's for everybody. Now, they also say that this law will benefit minorities and special needs kids with learning disabilities. I don't see how it will benefit minorities, unless you're saying minorities can't learn like a white person can, and I find that very hard to believe, considering that I'm originally from Miami, Florida. I went to schools that where the whites were in the minorities, and I was in honor classes, and guess what? There was a lot of minorities in honor classes. There was a lot of minorities who had straight A's. And this was in the 90s, unless somehow they're trying to say maybe minorities got dumber. I'm just trying to think of the logic that the Department of Oregon Education is using and the governor. And mind you, I can't say Democrats because Broward County and Palm Beach County are run by Democrats in Florida, although the education there is also a lot to desire for. But just saying that even though I was an honor roll student and in AP classes and honors classes, there was a lot of minorities there that made better grades than me, did testing better than me, and in fact, I knew a couple who graduated at the age of 16 years old. And no, they were not Indian. So, or Asian, if someone tried to throw in those stereotypes. So, I don't see how this is helping minorities. Now, as far as helping people with learning disabilities, I happen to take a look at the Department of Education in Oregon's website, and they have a form for an IEP. Now, a lot of people don't know what an IEP is, but that's actually for people who has children with special needs, learning disabilities, and other needs. I know about them because I have 2 kids with an IEP. They're 4 and 5. And they actually go through a special class, and even once they're mainstream in a regular class, they keep that IEP to help them with testing, anything else that they might need throughout their school career until it's deemed that they don't need the IEP anymore. You can actually go through all your life with an IEP, and it's supposed to help you. Now, unless Oregon's not doing something with their IEP program correctly, then I don't see how that's not helping kids with special needs unless they're not paying attention who needs it and not really doing their job. I'm in South Carolina, and people want to say South Carolina is a poor state, but yet they have it in their budget and I'm living in I lived in 2 counties in South Carolina, and both counties have classes and have things for the IEP because it's state mandated. All right, so in Oregon, it's state mandated. So I'm trying to figure out where the help is needed for learning disabilities is supposed to be there already. Now, and this is what the IEP covers. It covers learning disabilities, emotional disorders, cognitive challenges, autism, hearing impairment, visual impairment, speech or language impairment, developmental delay, physical disabilities, and ADHD. So that covers pretty much a large spectrum. So that shouldn't even be a consideration if Department of Education in Oregon is doing their job right. They claim that they're going to look at other states' methods and try to compare it with other states. Well, if they were already doing that, a lot of states have required testing. I hate to burst that bubble. I mean, it's even for placement in college, you even have testing, even though some colleges are now doing the opting testing for admissions. A lot of them, including Ivy League, will still look at your SAT and ACT. So it's not really helping anybody in the long run, and I think it's just going to destroy the education system up there, and people who are graduating are now going to even be further behind when they try to get in jobs, and those jobs are now being taken by people moving into Oregon because employers do not want people who don't know how to read or write. So that's just my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? Put your thoughts in the comments section. Once again, I just ask that you be respectful and polite. And once again, also like and subscribe for more.